Some people in a previous video thought this was all green screen. It is not green screen. It's real. Table is real. I can eat an apple.
Hi, I'm Frank. I'm a professional chef, and in this box are all the ingredients for a $98 burger.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo. I'm a home cook, and in this box are my $9 burger ingredients. What the hell?
No respect. Can't wait to see what's in here.
Oh, boy.
I can work with this.
It's a lot. I mean, isn't this supposed to be a burger? It's a bit much. I mean, I recognize a few things. I absolutely have not worked with a couple things for sure. It is food. I just have to make it into Frank's food, whatever it may be.
So the burger I had planned on doing has different cuts of meat that are freshly ground. I had a patty made of dry-aged ribeye.
Ooh, ribeye.
Brisket and sirloin.
I just ate brisket recently. That looks good.
Plus some bone marrow for extra flavor.
Bone marrow!
I had a nice aged Gouda.
That's good. All right, I feel good about that.
Some wild mushrooms.
Oh my God. There's a lot of mushrooms, you guys.
All on a tasty Kaiser roll. And a smoked paprika aioli.
Aioli! Oh, I have to make my own mayonnaise.
And everything I needed to make a pickled onion relish.
Oh, it's a beet!
It was gonna be an amazing burger. With Lorenzo's recipe, I have some simpler ingredients. Martin's potato rolls, bacon, who doesn't love bacon, white American cheese, 80-20 ground beef, and an onion.
You make a patty, you salt and pepper, and put it in the grill. That's my burger.
Scallions, we got some dill, mayonnaise, and some cabbage.
I mean, a burger and some coleslaw, it's fantastic.
If I had to guess, this would probably all cost about $12 to $13. $9? That's a good burger.
Definitely way over 100, 150, 160, less than 200 maybe? Oh, no. Oh. No, shoot. It's nice stuff. Welcome, folks, to my home kitchen.
So we've been stuck at home for a while. I've been doing a lot of cooking, and I'm really just happy that I get to cook for you guys.
The only ingredients, folks. It does not tell you how to put it together. Frank, my burger you're making right now takes 3 minutes. I have done this before, folks. I know I deserve one call. Oh no, that's something else. But I do get to call Rose. I do get to call Rose. Hi, Rose. Thank God.
How's it going so far? Another Frank recipe.
You know, it's going okay. I am so happy to see you for many, many reasons, but primarily because of Frank's recipes. First of all, my very first question is, suet. Am I supposed to use that as lard?
So you can. So suet is a really hard fat, mostly from around the kidneys in a cow. You're going to use it to fry your burger in, is that right?
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I know Frank likes using fat. Another question, Frank has given me ingredients for a pickled onion, but he gave me a beet. If I'm not cooking this, I have to put it in there to marinate with some vinegar.
I think that could work really well.
I lost the beet.
I think if you shred it, it should be fine. The more beet you have shredded, the more surface area, so you'll express more of that pigment in there. It's called anthocyanin.
Now, I don't have a lot of time here. Are we going to be marinating this all day? A couple hours? 20 minutes?
I think a few hours should do the trick.
Frank sent me a bone marrow, and it's not for my dog.
So Lorenzo, if you roast your bone marrow, which I recommend, you want to do it at a super high heat. So definitely higher than 400. If you could do 450, that would be good. For a short time before you start cooking everything else. Get your bone marrow soaking in icy cold water that's salted.
I hope I remember everything you just said.
If not, you have my number.
I do. Thank you, Rose.
Thanks, Lorenzo. Good luck. It's going to be delicious.
Always, I feel much better after speaking to Rose. You panic. I tell you what, when you see stuff you've never used before, you panic. But we'll see how it goes, folks.
For the burgers I eat, I don't normally like lettuce and tomato on them. Same goes for the slaw. I'm going to put that on the side. I'm going to do this first because I want it to sit for a while and the flavors to kind of combine. I'm going to go for a vinegar-based slaw, so I'm not going to use the mayo. I'm going to use this later on for something else. I have some nice apple cider vinegar, okay, so I pulled that out of my hat. So instead of the cabbage that Lorenzo sent me, I had some shredded Brussels sprouts in the fridge. So they're just shredded Brussels sprouts, and you can pretty much interchange those with cabbage anytime you want. A little kosher salt, some cider vinegar, and some vegetable oil. Just going to give this a toss. I'm going to put this aside.
Bone marrow. It looks fake, actually, and it's very soft and oily. Rose said I need to soak these pieces in cold salted water. Here you go. Oh, that's gnarly right there. Get a little connective tissue. Okay. I am going to let this sit far away from me and see what happens.
With scallions, people tend to, I'll use the white and throw the green out. I use the green and throw the white out. I use the whole thing. The only thing I really take off are these little ends. Right into the bowl. And then I have dill. What I do with this is I bundle them up to a nice tight bundle. And then I'm just going to run my knife through once or twice. I'm not going to go too crazy. So I have everything in the bowl. Going to give it a stir. And what I'm going to do now is let this sit for as long as possible. I'm going to come back later on and possibly re-season. I might need more vinegar, I might need more oil or sugar or salt, and then I'm going to throw this in the fridge until the burger is ready.
First things first, I'm making pickled onions and I need to marinate this as long as possible, so I got to do it first. All right, here we go. So this is the odd-shaped red beet.
For the pickled red onion relish, Lorenzo just has to let it sit for long enough. I put some beets in there, not only for flavor, like that earthy flavor, but also for color, right? If he doesn't let it sit long enough, the color's not going to be as deep red as I like it.
I am going to make my life a little easier, and I think I'm going to grate it. I'm going to grate it like Frank would grates cheese. The little Frank said put the grater on the side. Wow, the color and the juices coming off of this is crazy. So it ends up being really fine, nice long shreds. Put it in the pot right away. So this is what I'm going to put in this beet mixture. I'm going to put some salt, apple cider vinegar. I'm going to put a little bit of water, and I'm going to put some sugar. All right. I'm going to bring this to the stove, and I'm just basically going to heat it up until the salt and the sugar mix it. So the pot is actually simmering for about 10 minutes. For now, let's chop up the onions and mince the garlic and get them into the jar, because I will be pouring that mixture that's simmering on the stove in the jar. I'm standing away because the fumes are coming off of the... I am going to attempt to scoop you and you into you. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna do that for now because I don't think the beet's gonna fit in there.
Lorenzo gave me the mayonnaise and I wasn't gonna use it in my slaw, but I'm gonna use it here. I'm gonna make a quick little sauce. Super simple, things you have in your fridge. I have mayonnaise, salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of hot sauce.
So I've got beet soup, y'all, but it's nice. All the sugar and all the salt have dissolved, and that's what we wanted. Now this is really, really hot, and I'm sure the heat from this is gonna help kind of with the marination or pickling process. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Perfect size. Pickled onions. One down, guys. One down.
Nice scoop of mayonnaise, a little bit of salt, some black pepper, probably more than a couple of shots of hot sauce. I want this to be just a little spicy.
It is time to move on to smoked paprika aioli. Let me separate this egg. Ooh, this is sherry. Oh, wow, that smells great. Teaspoon of smoked paprika. All right, and it's 1 minced garlic. This is the chipotle peppers. I have to put a couple tablespoons of water in here. I haven't had grapeseed oil in a long time.
Mix it together. So there's my sauce. I'm gonna put that in the fridge until we're ready to go.
I'm gonna hug you while I do this. Breathe in, out. I think I can do it. Here we go.
The key is drizzle super lightly. Add the oil a little bit at a time while you're whisking, and you're gonna get this beautiful emulsion.
Stream. It's more of a spill, but. Come on, Frank, what the heck? Oh, lordy porty.
What Lorenzo should look out for is that the oil is actually being incorporated into his basic emulsion. If he starts to see oil kind of separated out, that means his emulsion is broken.
I was a little worried that it would break apart. Wow. I wish there was smell-o-vision, you guys. It tastes and smells like bacon. I can't get my smile off my face. It's crazy.
So Lorenzo gave me an onion, and instead of slicing this and putting it on top of it raw or kind of caramelizing it separately, I'm gonna smash this into my burger. Kind of like White Castle. Smashing the onions in does a couple of things. I don't have to put them on top afterwards, and I don't need a separate pan to like saute my onions. Plus, it also sticks to the burger and gets nice and caramelized with the burger. So we're gonna just do a dice on this. Okay, so I have my onions chopped, and that's good. Doesn't have to be too exact.
These I know are, I think they're oyster mushrooms. Luke, the freaking force be with you. Stuff like this, I don't even have to cut. I can just tear them. It's supposed to be teared, I think, if you want to be fancy. So I'll do semi-fancy. I'll chop some and slice some and tear some. Ooh. It's so ridiculous. So I've got this delicious Gouda. I love smoked Gouda too, actually. I love all cheese. I'm just gonna prep it by slicing it up. All right, I've got chunky dunks ready to go.
So what would a Chef Frank video be without me grinding my own meat? So Lorenzo sent me bacon to put on the burger. I'm gonna put it in the burger. Store-bought ground beef can be really good for burgers, but I'm gonna kind of kick that up and make the flavor a little better with some ground bacon. I don't have a name for my grinder. Leave your suggestions in the comments.
Where's the beef? The beef is right here. And what's great is I'm excited about this.
So I've grabbed my bacon and I have my ground beef together, and I'm gonna mix this up really good, okay? So when I work the meat, I stick it to my hand and I want it to just stick and kind of slowly pull away, okay?
Everybody makes patties differently. I've noticed a lot of people make it differently, but I always do the old spin it around and press with my thumb.
I'm not gonna form these into patties. I'm probably gonna form these into more like a ball shape and then press it down into the pan.
I saw Frank do this, so I'll do what Frank does.
But just make sure your meat is well blended. Okay, I have my meatballs formed. I'm gonna grab everything else I need and head over to the stove.
And we're ready. Let's go to the stove. We've got our wild mushrooms, and they are wild. They look crazy as I am right now. What I'm gonna do is just saute it up really quick in a little bit of vegetable oil, and I'm gonna add a little bit of nature spice and use some thyme. So I'm not gonna add the whole sprig. I'm just gonna add the beautiful little thyme leaves. They're done. Turning it off. I was smiling, and now I'm thinking about the bone marrow. We have to move on to the bone marrow before I do the two patties that I shaped, and we'll cook it up in a minute. Oh boy.
The hardest part about the bone marrow is going to be getting it actually out of the bone. We want to get it to where it's going to be a sliceable piece of marrow. Some people would say it's a satisfying feeling. I always get a little willies from it, but it's delicious.
So I have taken these chilled, salted in chilled water, bone marrow parts. Can you see that? I don't know why. Frank! What are you doing to me?
It is a little weird.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pat dry these, and I'm gonna put it in a little fun baking dish, pop it in a 450 degree oven, and pray. And wow, that's hot. It looks like egg yolks. That's really cool. It's like in its own little container. You can see the oil moving around in there. That's pretty cool. That's fancy. That's really fancy.
So the bone marrow is kind of the kicker here, right? The fat from the bone marrow, it's like meaty butter. And I want them to treat it like that.
Well, hello. Welcome back. I am tired, but I'm excited to cook these patties. I've got the 2 patties out. And oh my gosh, I was hoping to have forgotten, but was reminded that I have this tallow.
I actually sent Lorenzo tallow, which is just a rendered form of suet.
It's like lard. Reminds me of a really thick Crisco. It's really, really clean. Put it in there. It's melting really nice. Wow. It's, oh, I am curious about that, what the smoke point on that is. Is it smoked right away? But whatever.
So first thing I like to do is season the burgers. Pepper and salt. I don't go too crazy with seasoning. I don't put any rubs on. Just salt and pepper. I'm going to head it with some vegetable oil just to coat the bottom. I'm going to take some of my onions and I'm just going to make 2 little piles. And I'm going to put my burger right on top of that pile. Squeeze it down really good. Nice and flat.
Farewell. And move over, Rover. Move over. Oh my gosh. It smells, I can smell the sirloin. I can smell the ribeye. All the fat that's cooking in and off of it is just making it taste delicious, I'm sure.
The meat's going to shrink up a little, so I'm not too worried if it's too big for my bun. But I really want to smash this down really good. It's probably going to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, not much longer. So if the onions get a little dark, make sure you throw those on top.
Wow, that is really different. Let's do this. Ready? Woo, chihuahua.
I'm going to give these a flip, okay? Any excess onions go back on top.
I'll just show you this one before I flip the other. Oh, Lord have mercy. Burned the crap out of myself. Ooh, look at that browning, crisping. Ooh, nice. It's going to take a little while to melt, so let me just give it a chance to do so.
I have American cheese. Just plain white American cheese. I like American cheese. It's melty. Most people would complain about it. Oh, you use American. No, it's delicious. Perfect for burgers. I'm going to put it on now so that it melts all the way, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is take my bun, put this on top, so the cheese is going to be on the bottom. It's just a Martin's potato roll, soft, fluffy. And I'm going to put this on my burger now so that it kind of gets a little steamed. Okay, I'm going to lower my heat and just let this all come together. I have some of the onions are getting a little dark. I'll just make sure I don't put those on my burger, but it's okay. I'm going to just get rid of the ones that are too dark.
Typically, I would wait a little bit more before I added it, but why not? Gouda cheese.
Shut my heat off. You see, it's only been a few minutes. I take the top bun, slide it out, turn it over onto my plate. So you look at that beautiful caramelization I have. Let me get the other one off. Take any excess oil off. Take my top bun and slide it, turn her over. And I got some really nice caramelization on here. And now we have to top the burger.
1, 2, oh my God. Now it doesn't look melted, but it is melted. If I pulled it, it would pull. Delicious. Okay, folks, it's time to put this stuff together. Let's put the burger together, use everything that we've done before. The relish is over there, aioli's are over there. Let's go. Real quick, my phone died. Obviously, it looks a little different how I'm filming this, so I had to borrow my niece's. She's right here. Thank you so much.
So I got my burgers off the stove. They're my ground beef and bacon patties, some caramelized onions and American cheese on a potato bun. I got my slaw out and my spicy mayo or aioli, whatever you want to call it. I want to taste this slaw. Home cooks don't taste their food, so I want to taste it. And make sure I have enough seasoning. I think it needs a little more salt and a little more vinegar. I have this like fatty burger. So this slaw is going to kind of be a foil to that. So a little more salt, a little more cider vinegar.
Okay, folks, assembly time. Let's start with the aioli. It smells like bacon. And I don't know if Frank did that purposely because I do love bacon and everybody does love bacon. There's no meat in this. It's just the smoked paprika. Paprika. This guy looks good. And ooh, perfect size. Just a beautiful mix of wild mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, and the other mushrooms, I have no idea what they are, but they smell good, and I promise I'll learn. The bone marrow came away from the bone and it melted. It's actually this beautiful golden oil or dressing, I'll call it. It looks great. I can't wait to use it. And it smells very beefy. That is something. I like that. I like to add more fat with fat. It's gonna taste really good, you guys. Right, it looks like Dorothy's slippers, you guys. Now, we're going to put a little bit more aioli on top. That is delish. And what do you think?
So here's my finished burger. It's a burger patty that has bacon and ground beef in it, a soft potato bun, some creamy and beautiful American cheese, and a little bit of spicy mayonnaise on top, and then a Brussels sprout slaw with dill and apple cider vinegar.
Ooh, for real, you guys. That, I am not kidding about that one.
I made two because one's gonna go to my camera person or my daughter, and I have mine right here. And that's my take on Lorenzo's burger. Look at that. Look at that. Burger selfie.
In all honesty, it's not that any of it was hard. It's just unfamiliar. I am excited. I'm just gonna bite into it. All right. Oh my. I'm happy. It's like a steak in between bread. But I've got bacon in there too. That aioli, I swear, tastes like bacon. And it's been a long day, but that was really great.
My camera person or my daughter is gonna come taste it with me and see how it is. So come on over, come on. Go get your burger. And she is my harshest critic, so we're gonna see how we do. 1, 2, 3. What I love about this burger is that after a while, like the bun gets really soft. It's a little bit greasy, and it usually gets all over you, as you can see from my face. What do you think? How'd I do?
It tastes different than the normal burgers he makes because it's like he usually doesn't put bacon in it. But I love bacon, so I think this is like favorite so far.
Oh, it's next level.
It's next level.
We're gonna taste our slaw.
Okay.
I know that she doesn't like dill. I might get really harshly criticized on this one. It's all right.
It's okay.
I think I did pretty good. It's not exactly what he had in mind, but I think that at the end of the day, it's just a good burger, and you kind of can't argue with good. So it's a good burger.
I can't stop eating it.
Yeah. Delicious. I hope Lorenzo likes it.
Hey Frank, what's up, pal? How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
I hear you, but let me tell you, I enjoyed cooking your interesting ingredients today.
Interesting, right? That's a nice way of saying it.
Yes. Oh, I took a bite of it, Frank.
So you got the really nice red color from the beets. That's great. That's gorgeous, Lorenzo. Great job, man. I want to show you what I did, okay? I took the ground beef. I ground up some bacon. I mix it in with the meat. I got a Martin's bun, some American cheese, and I took the mayo. Instead of putting in the slaw, I made like a spicy mayonnaise, and then I made a slaw with the cabbage, although I used Brussels sprouts, and I made a slaw. Yeah. Like shredded Brussels sprouts.
That's awesome. Well, what a great idea. The whole combo that you put together. Well, you're a chef. You know your stuff. You invented food, Frank.
Yeah, I invented food, baby. I like my burger smashed and crunchy.
That sounds good to me. I'll take a smashed and crunchy burger any day. All right, take care, brother.
I'll see you soon, okay?
All right, bye.
Be well.
We got some wine? No, it's cherry vinegar, damn you all. I was happy for 2 seconds. Cherry wine vinegar, whatever.